Alright YouTube, I'm making this video because I couldn't find a video on YouTube to help me out with this. This is trying to remember the name of the part. Let me go over here. Look on the box. The Dorman part number for it is 300807. It is called the fan bracket. Okay, and these S-10s with the 2.2 liters, S-10 Sonomas, whatever, same thing. They got this wonderfully stupid thing that they've designed as a bracket for the cooling fan because the I'm trying to look for somewhere to set this down because the water pump is off to the bottom right hand side, so they need somewhere to mount the fan for the radiator. Now here's what happened to mine. You can see it actually cracked. The thread portion separated from the hub. So I have to replace this whole thing. Now I don't understand why. Well, I do know why, because they want you to pay a lot of money, but this is just a press on fit, just like your power steering pump pulley. Why can't they just sell this hub? And obviously this would have to be drilled so you could put a bolt or something for an installer tool, but have a removal tool that slides this off, and then have a installer that you can thread in to push a new one back on. But anyways, the reason why I'm making this video is because I wanted to see what all I had to take off that would help me get this job done the easiest. So I think I've figured out the easiest way of doing this. You don't really have to take anything off the motor except for, of course, your coolant neck. That's okay, whole air intake, obviously, that's got to come off pretty much with any repair. Okay, this hose is a lot of fun. This is your where your thermostat housing goes, and it runs back out the top to your all the way back to the heater core. That's got to come out. But I was able to leave the alternator in the same place. I left the power steering pump on. I just rented a puller. You have to pull the pulley. There's no way, unless you want to unbolt this whole pump and actually physically take it out of there, which would be stupid. And then the 2 bolts out of the AC. Be careful with these 4 bolts that hold it on the cylinder head because, again, I don't know why, but that's a very shallow head. You need to have a really good fresh socket in order to bite that, because it will strip out fairly easily. Trying to get it to focus because mine almost did. So anyways, be careful with those. And yeah, that's about it. So I just wanted to show everybody what you would have to take off to remove it. Be prepared for a lot of cussing with this bolt. It's a 15 millimeter that comes in from the back side. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Basically, I was able to get mine out with that setup tucked down underneath here, one-handed, holding it with my thumb, just really slowly. So that's it. That's what you have to do to change the clutch fan bracket.